Firstly, just talking about race and racism. It's been such a hard fight across the 10 years to be able to talk about the R word. It's almost like a dirty word. It's quite a tough gig because people I've found in those leadership circles would much prefer to talk about multiculturalism, and that's more palatable. Much prefer to talk about Harmony Day rather than the 21st of March being the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. It's far more palatable to think that we are a cohesive society, the most successful multicultural nation on earth, than it is to talk about the negative behaviors associated with race and ethnicity. So you can imagine that it's quite a tough gig to be able to do that. When I started in 2015, 2016, talking about culturally diverse women, I got 102 no's from heads of diversity and inclusion and chief people officers because they felt that this was a very complex, narrow demographic to work with, that they were working with women in leadership already, and they would get to that in time. The reason why I wanted to share these untold stories with you on fighting racism and sexism at work is that I want you to see behind the scenes what it feels like to be in that conversation so that you can actually influence people around you to be a bit more open, a bit more curious about what they can do in their spheres of influence. Because if you don't know how tough it is on the other side of pitching and convincing and influencing senior stakeholders to literally make an inclusive decision, to think about racially and ethnically diverse people in their business, then you won't be able to have that conversation, that influencing conversation with others. And that's really why I want to tell those untold stories.